Hello everyone, and welcome back to Geekblend and to this week's episode of Prime Picks. Just like always, I will recommend 2 shows and 2 movies for you all for the Amazon Prime Video platform. Let's get into this week's recommendations. The first series this week for Prime Picks is House. At fictional Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital in New Jersey, prickly genius Dr. Gregory House tackles health mysteries as would a medical Sherlock Holmes, all the while playing mind games with his colleagues that include his best friend, oncologist James Wilson. House, an acerbic infectious disease specialist, solves medical puzzles with the help of a team of young diagnosticians. Flawless instincts and unconventional thinking help earn House great respect, despite his brutal honesty and antisocial tendencies. The show stars Hugh Laurie in the lead role, and he makes this show. Yes, the supporting cast are great, but the show would not work without Hugh Laurie. I highly recommend this one. All 8 seasons are now streaming and a Prime pick. Our second series recommendation this week is Chuck. The show stars Zachary Levi and Yvonne Strahovski. Computer geek Chuck Bartowski opens an email that has been encoded subliminally with vital government secrets, triggering a massive download of critical information to his brain. With assassins and international terrorists eager to nab Chuck's noggin, it falls to Major John Casey and his partner, CIA agent Sarah Walker, to protect the government's newest and most unlikely secret agent. This is one of my favorite unique comedies, and Zachary Levi really nails it in this performance with a great supporting cast. All 5 seasons are now streaming and a Prime pick. And that brings us to our first movie recommendation this week, Kingpin. Roy Munson is a young bowler with a promising career ahead of him until a disreputable colleague, Ernie McCracken, tricks him into participating in a con game that ends with Roy's bowling hand crippled for life. Years later, Roy ekes out a hardscrabble existence until he discovers Amish bowling phenomenon Ishmael. With the help of a gangster's girlfriend, he plots to take Ishmael to the top of the bowling world. Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray are in top form here, and Randy Quaid is another great performance that rounds out this phenomenal cast. This outrageously funny comedy was directed by the Farley brothers, who brought us There's Something About Mary and Dumb and Dumber. I highly recommend this one. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time, and it is now streaming and one of this week's Prime picks. And that leads us to our final movie recommendation of the week, The Ninth Gate. The movie stars Johnny Depp and Frank Langella. It was directed by Roman Polanski, who also directed Rosemary's Baby. Dean Corso specializes in tracking down rare and exotic volumes for collectors. Boris Balkan has recently acquired a 17th century satanic text called The Nine Gates, a legendary book written by Satan himself. With the 9 gates in his possession, Corso soon finds himself at the center of strange and violent goings-on. Not only is his apartment ransacked, it appears that he is being shadowed ferociously by others determined to regain the book. This is my favorite Johnny Depp film. It has such an eerie and unsettling tone to it. It is currently streaming, and our last movie for this week's episode of Prime Picks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode and hopefully you found something you could watch. Remember, if you have a recommendation you would like to see on the show, leave a comment below, or you can get a hold of me on one of my many social media platforms, and all the links for those are in the descriptions below. I really do appreciate everyone's support for all of these different streaming service recommendation series that I've been doing, and I really do enjoy doing them for you. Besides our social media links I mentioned below, we also have a Patreon, where you can support us if you do like the channel, and you want to help support our content so we can continue to bring you better content down the road. I'm Jeff for the Geek Blend, and remember, if you geek about it, we'll speak about it. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.